So, to continue the literature library story, I want everybody to go on YouTube and look up two particular YouTubers, teacher YouTubers. Pocket Full of Primary, that's number one, and number two, Too Cool for Middle School. Please go look up those two lovely ladies. They do phenomenal work with their virtual classrooms on YouTube, and they're just phenomenal, teachers to listen to for God first anything and everything with their teacher vlogs. And I would absolutely, or yeah, simple as that. Absolutely, recommend them. Absolutely recommend them for God first. Anything and everything that you want to learn about how to become a better teacher, better organizer, better instructor. Classroom concepts, preps, whatever else word I can make up there, etc. Those two, Too Cool for Middle School and Pocket Full of Primary. God bless them both. Your boy man NJ to the city, and once again forgot where I was gonna go off on there, but yeah. Hopefully one day they see this video and be like, oh yeah, NJ to the city gave us a shout out. Yes, I did. I love their videos, and I really would love everybody to go on there, show them show them some love in the comment section, and literally learn from everything that they're telling you about how they run their virtual classrooms, and so on and so on. I think, if I'm not mistaken, obviously, yeah, the Too Cool for Middle School, she obviously runs a middle school. I think Pocket Full of Primary, she runs a elementary school, if I'm not mistaken. But you get the point, or they both teach in those grades. But you get the point. So yeah, God first, what I wanted to let everybody know, because for me, this is how multi-talented, dual threat faceted I am. I'm always thinking of new ways, different ways, constructive ways to give back to the students, to literally give back to community, to literally get involved in the community, and to literally, help make everybody's day just that much brighter, dare I say. And that's why I'm perfect for any school, no matter what. God first on that note. And I mean, in terms of, that's why I'm, perfect for school spirit. I'm perfect for student support, as I made a song titled that, Student Support, Go My Young's Nation. SoundCloud, look that song up. I'm perfect for it all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm perfect for, if any school's morale. I give great speeches and so on and so on. And to go into another excerpt of that, see, this is why, if as much as I should be in college right now, getting myself a bachelor's degree to be, that much certified, officially to, go in, will actually get paid to do it by payroll and so on, and into all these different schools. I would love to, but there's just so many reasons why I'm not doing that right now. And one of the top reasons why I'm not doing that right now, ladies and gentlemen, is because of the fact being, one, I don't have a calling for it. Even though I got all the talent and the skill in the world for it, I just don't have a calling for it. Number two, because college is a whole different ball game than high school. I went through high school not always making the best grades, and college is a whole different ball game where no one's obligated to do anything for me. If I'm not on top of things, it's all on me. And so on and so on. I don't want to put myself, any teachers, anybody through that, rugged, I wouldn't say rugged schedule, but rugged, process of, did I even say, yeah, a rugged process of he said, she said, accountability game that nobody wants to play or nobody wants to, comprehend or whatever. I don't want to, put anybody in that road of, however else I'm trying to phrase this, and all and so on and so on. I mean, so it's a lot of things that go into it. Those are two things I can name right off the bat. But there's a reason why I'm still representing, virtually like this, in videos. I hope to God everybody understands, where I'm trying to go and what I want to do and the children that I want to serve. Because trust me, when I was at the UNF elementary school day for women's basketball, also supporting one of my friends named Tia Robinson that played for Nice. So I was supporting Nice alumni as well with attending a local elementary school day. I promise you, it was a blessing. That basketball game was a blessing. I mean, an arena full of, I don't even know what age range all these kids were, but they were all elementary schoolers. A age range of all these beautiful, lovely elementary schoolers. I mean, God honest, it was like these kids were so loud and so fun and so energetic and so exciting. It made me want to switch my major, even though I'm not even in college yet. That's literally how great the experience was. It made me want to switch my major. Like, I'm so, like, for example, if anybody definitely follows me on Snapchat or Instagram, they know I give the middle schoolers shout outs all the dang time, especially my Valley Ridge kids. I give them shout outs all the darn time, and especially if you're watching, YouTube, I give these Panthers, my alma mater, shout outs all the darn time. But I'm not joking. These elementary schoolers in the UNF arena on elementary school day, they just gave me just the biggest inspiration to say, do I really want to go into teaching middle school, or do I really want to go into teaching high school? Versus or do I really just want to go all in on elementary school education? I mean, I'm gonna be great no matter which grade level I decide, but it's just the fact being those elementary schools gave me a shock and a surprise of just how cute and adorable they all were, being so loud, energetic, and exciting. I'm just like, oh my lord, which one's best for me now? Should I do elementary school education? Should I do middle school? I give the Valley Ridge kids shout outs all the time. Even though Valley Ridge is a K through 8, but particularly the part that I give the shout outs to the most is the middle school. Even though K through 8, love everybody there. God first, you get the point. But indeed, so yeah, like I say, I will totally, I'll go to college eventually. I'll get this bachelor's and I'll be able to be on somebody's payroll or whatever. But I can assure you, in the time being, what matters the more to me, is being there out of the kindness of my heart versus being there because I'm getting a paycheck. Which is why another way to pay me for anything is just, the clothing line fundraisers. Yeah, the fundraisers I do for my clothing line off of customing. That's the easiest, the best way to pay me for anything / everything right now, which I do involving youth work to better youth development, because I love the kids and this is my God first everything. But I'm not joking. It was super exciting, being there, and those kids made me want to switch my major. I mean, for anyone out there who has a shred of love for children, imagine being in a arena full of elementary schoolers. You know what? It was so good. Those elementary schools gave me a great idea. It was so great. The idea the elementary schools gave me. I didn't talk to any of them, but just being in the arena with them, hearing how loud they were, how energetic and exciting they, everything was. It gave me an idea for all women's athletics, or really all athletics period, but definitely the women's athletics at our local high schools particularly. And actually not just high schools and colleges, for all of our women's athletics that doesn't get half the love and support that they deserve, let alone, for both men's and women's sports, they don't get half the love that they deserve because, at whatever school you go to, the predominant powerhouses are, football and basketball, and then everything else just gets the crumbs. It gave me the super fantastic idea. What I'm going to start doing, somehow, some which way, is I'm going to start recruiting a bunch of elementary schoolers and their parents to go to the high school and college games to do the exact same thing they did the elementary school days, all across the country, really, but particularly right there at UNF when I was there. Start recruiting all the elementary, school people to make it, to somehow, some way, make it to where how do I put this, God? Make it somehow, some way where all these elementary schoolers can show up to the high school games and to the high school games and to the college games. And I mean for those sports that usually just get crumbs. For those sports that usually just get crumbs in the high school level and college level. Easy, you can fix your team. Instead of begging the rest of the population, or I won't say populace, I think that's short for population, right? Instead of begging, people to come, just get a bunch of get crowds of elementary schoolers to come. If not crowds of elementary school and middle schoolers to come to your games. Think about it, The same way they were there, and I hope y'all understand the point. The same way they were there for the elementary school day at UNF, get them there at your high school and other college games that don't get much love. Have those same crowds of kids there at your high school and college games that don't get much love, and see how much love you get from those kids. If you were to personally ask me, that's a great idea to not only improve in attendance, but that's a great way to, again, feel that love that you're missing because you don't have almost anybody there cheering you on and supporting you like you would with a football or basketball game. Because I love people. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I'm a people person, and I have no problem with going around doing that groundwork, community work to, ask people about going to the games and so on and so on. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem doing that. But I promise you, I'm not gonna beg you to come. I'm gonna ask questions about why can't you, and can you, and if you can, please do. At least 2 out of 5, if not 4 out of 5. But it is that matter. I'm not gonna just keep, dare I say, godly is my judge of winners. I'm not gonna keep begging you over and over and over to come, just for you to complain about it or whatever the case is later on. I'm gonna, go get some, in this case, go get some elementary schools or crowd of elementary schools to go support, these other sports at high school and college that don't get much love. And trust me, I think that's the best thing, so that's the best idea, top 10 that I've ever came up with, probably even top 5 that I've ever came up with in my 22-year life. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's dynamic, it's what we need in our schools, and that's a great way to connect the community. A great way to connect the community. A great way to not just once a season, but multiple games a season. Connect the elementary schoolers with their, dare we say, with their future role models. Think about it. Great way to connect the next generation with their future role models right there in high school and college. And I understand that not everybody cares about being a quote-unquote role model, or at least the right type of role model, but I think you understand in terms of, the younger kids having something to aspire to with the older kids. By watching the older kids. Oh yeah, now I want to go play lacrosse, or oh now I want to go play softball, or now I want to go play do a swimming. Whatever sport that it is that is very underfunded or at least underappreciated amongst that student body of that school. Just get a crowd of elementary schoolers, if not a crowd of middle schoolers, there to that game and see the magic, see the love manifest, and see how it changes the overall mood of your, I want to say, of your county, of your country, dare I say, of your school, of your state, of your city, of your, of your student body. See it. I promise you, it's gonna work miracles, and we're gonna work magic with that operation. Trust me, I got that gut feeling. It's gonna work, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna have tremendous blessings upon everybody. I mean, imagine a young, I'm gonna say, yeah, a young 8 or 9-year-old, if not a young 11, 12-year-old, coming to coming to, I would say, out of 5, coming to 3 of your lacrosse games, and they had no clue what lacrosse even was up until they came, and then and then they come, and then they be like, oh my goodness, that looks so rad, that looks so cool, or I want to get into this myself. I mean, and dare I say, isn't it how a majority of us got into our sports, by watching someone else do it, and so on and so on. I mean, and that's how we inspire the next generation and connect the next generation with their future role models, if not their current role models, whichever words you want to go there. And that's the thing. Even if the role model part that I'm putting there doesn't directly apply to all the student athletes that are on that field, even if it doesn't directly apply to all of them, you get the point of view which I'm trying to, point out to you. Let alone you get the picture I'm trying to paint there. Because I understand not everybody's invested in being a role model like me. Yeah, can't get no better than me. I understand not everybody's invested in being a role model to the kids like I am, but the point is, anything godly helps, everything godly works. And that's the point I'm trying to make there. You got to start something, try something, go somewhere and see how it plenishes and flourishes, and see indeed the impact, the community impact that will make. That will make so much, that I promise you, that it will create so much unity amongst our communities. I promise you. Because like I said, it's not to say any of those student athletes have to be like me and they have to adopt these little kids every week or whatever. No, but it's to say that they are getting a glimpse of what it takes and who you are and where they can be if they aspire towards this as well. So God first, more coming soon. Your boy, man, NJ to the city, out.